The Bad Batch is back with another new episode on Disney Plus, episode 3, which was great. And if you haven't already, check out my review and breakdown for episode 1. I did not do a review for episode 2 because I didn't even have time to watch the episode. I was so busy last Friday. I actually just watched that episode right before this new one dropped. But episode 3, we gotta talk about this because it was so good. Not as good as the first episode, but that's mainly because that was like a 70-minute episode. And now we're getting into the regular times of like 20 to 30-minute episodes, which, I mean, is how it's supposed to be with these regular cartoons, but just not as much happens. So that's why this review is going to be a little shorter. But anyway, spoiler warning if you haven't seen episode 3. But without further ado, let's get into this and talk about The Bad Batch episode 3. So in this episode, the Bad Batch has now crash landed on an alien planet, and we got some cool scenes here. We got some cool action with the Bad Batch members, but the big thing here is that this giant lizard attacks Hunter and just takes him out. So then Omega actually goes after him, or her, we don't know the gender of the lizard, but Omega goes after it and retrieves the carcerator, which is what they were trying to get, so that they can repair the ship and fly away. And that's what they do. So that was pretty cool there. And we did get an ending with their story at the end of the episode, but I'll talk about that more later just because that's a nice part to end off on. But probably my favorite part of this episode was Crosshair, because he's so evil. He's just so evil here, because now that he's got his chip, like, turned up to an 11. He's full evil, definitely working for the Empire. And now apparently Crossfire is going to lead this new army of soldiers for the Empire. And one of the members, I think, was maybe Fennec Shand from The Mandalorian, because we know she's going to be here. And Ming-Na Wen is returning to play the character. So I think she was one of those members there. I'm not completely sure, but I'm really excited to see her more in the future. So that was pretty cool. But they go looking for Guerrera, and one of these soldiers that's on Crossfire's team, he hesitates. He's like, no, I'm not going to kill these guys. They're just civilians. So then Crossfire just kills him, and he's like, good soldiers follow orders. So, man, he is ruthless. And so then they just kill all those civilians, and man, he is heartless. And it really shows you, like, yeah, Crossfire is not a good guy anymore. But you do get that scene at the end where he's in the barracks where the Bad Batch all kind of live together, and you can tell that he feels lonely. So that's what makes me think that definitely he's going to be having some sort of redemption arc by the end of the season. So I'm definitely excited to see that, because I love that character. Now he's evil, and I love seeing him evil, but I'm also excited to see him back with his family. So I'm really excited for that. But anyways, let's talk about that final scene where now Omega, after basically saving the day, Wrecker now gives her her own room, which was such a nice moment. This definitely, like, automatically, Wrecker is now my favorite member of the Bad Batch, which he's such a cool character. He's funny, he's heartfelt, like, he's just such a cool character. I love him. And yeah, so basically that was the episode, guys. I think it was a great end of the episode there with that nice scene with Omega setting her up as an official member of the Bad Batch. But again, it was just like a 30-minute, 20-minute episode, so there's not that much to talk about. But again, it was a great episode. I did really enjoy it. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. What did you think about episode 3 of The Bad Batch? And thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the movie life.